Greetings. It's another Blaincast, edition number what? 24, did I say? Oh, man, these things. It'll be 26. 26 was always the number of weeks a TV show would run. I think 13 if it didn't get renewed, and then if it was 26 weeks, it was a show. My goodness. Well, I can't say how great it feels to be talking and singing in front of a camera. And I didn't think I'd hear myself saying that, but, live audiences are great. Live music has no substitute. But after 6 months of not playing for a live audience, I found myself in a little cafe in Kitchener last night. Part of the Kitchener Blues Festival tried to recycle a bit, and good on them for doing it, because 50 bands got a gig this weekend, and a lot of production people or otherwise that might have not had any work. Now they came on board too, but it was all downsized, and it was in little cafes. And anyway, I had this kind of mistaken illusion that this will be kind of like a house concert, and I even redid a set list. I was trying to break things down into categories. Like I was going to let the audience decide: do you want to hear songs about the townships? Or do you want to hear songs about Cape Cod? Or do you want to have jazzy songs? You want the folky songs? You want my trilogy about Mother, including my brand new song, The Mother I Never Knew. And, and I had all these categories and a plan, to get there. And it was a great setup, and the production was nice, and it's a tiny place, but and they were only half capacity at that, But it was all looking fine until I saw people arriving just as I was about to start, and they were shown to the front table right in front of me. And it was a loud, boisterous crowd. I knew I was in trouble right from the minute I saw that. And wouldn't you know, I had a very loud table right in front of me for the entire set. And now I didn't bother asking them whether they wanted songs about Cape Cod. Actually, at one point I did say country, and somebody from the back shouted, no, not that. But beyond that, I had one table over to the side here, two tables over to the side, one that never looked at me one time, a young couple, and they never looked my way one time for the whole evening. And then behind them was a kind of, on some high tops, an older couple, and they were all smiles and happy, and even shouted out something like, "It's so great to have live music back," and they were a little more engaged. But all in all, it was a struggle trying to get across this very loud, boisterous table. My goodness, and I was beating myself up about this a little bit, but this morning, before even coming online, as I'm setting up here, I've got my Facebook on, and I'm watching good old Nick Moss. Now, Nick Moss, it doesn't get much higher in the blues hierarchy. I mean, he won, I think 5 blues awards this year. That guy would have been playing every festival in the country and around the world. And he's a fabulous musician and a great guy. I got to meet him and play with him once at Fredericton Harvest Festival. And I'm a big fan of Nick Moss. And he's all over the Facebook Live if you get a chance to see him. And this morning, there he was in somebody's patio. No, it was more like a front porch situation. He says sidewalk. He said, we're playing on the sidewalk with his trio. And just casual and no big rush about anything, and not a whole lot of viewers, but he was doing what he does. And wouldn't you know, there's a whole loud crowd in the background. I'm listening, and I'm hearing all this chitter-chatter, so, maybe it's too much to expect, a listening crowd, but when you've had it in a house concert setting, for example, or an actual concert, it's hard to go back, I have to say. But anyway, Nick motored through that. He did, and you know, if you were playing just blues, blues standards and blues covers and stuff, that'd be fine. But you know, I got all these songs with stories to them. You know, I want people to hear the beginning of the story, or not coming in the middle. And anyway, that was my rant. I warned you. And well, why don't I just play one of the little mini sets that I didn't get to play for them? And this is the one about musicians I have known and loved, you know, musicians, some, Lenny Breau, for example, who I only got to play with one time, but I wrote songs about a few others, and my plan also included putting groups of songs together so I wouldn't talk for 20 minutes between every song. I want to do that. And so the idea was, you know, you do a long intro for all the songs, and then you play them back to back. And so much for that plan. But I'm going to play you 3 songs. Have I got 3 for you now? And the first one's about Scott Cushney, beloved professor piano, well beloved in our town, who I played with for a while. And you'll see from the story in the song how I came upon him, how I came to know him. And then I've got a song about Kathy McDonald, who I got to tour with in Germany for 3 weeks. She was Long John Baldry's sidekick for 20 years or something, and had a great solo career of her own, but it was mostly known as a backup singer, backing up Mad Dogs and Englishmen, and even sang on a Rolling Stones album, and of course toured forever with Long John Baldry. And we'll finish off with my, I got a new one, a brand new song, which I will introduce. It's called Lorena. And I might have pulled this out when it was still in progress, and might still be. Let's see if I can remember the words for that one. So I'll be singing this song in a different kind of groove, and that's about Lorena McKinnon. And we'll finish off with my tune about the wonderful Lenny Breau. So not a lot of chit-chat here. Stay tuned for some music. What did I say I was going to start with? The thing about, here I go again, the thing about the Scott Cushney song is this is his music. He wrote a song called Bourbon Street. I don't know if it was ever, I think it was on an album, but it might have been just on a CBC recording or something back in the 60s. And I heard it on the radio in Sherbrooke, Quebec, and learned the song without knowing who wrote it or who was singing, and never heard it again. But maybe I tried to tape it or somehow off the radio, whatever. I had like 2 of the 3 verses, and I was doing this song at gigs. And it was all about New Orleans. And then I get to Toronto, and I'm playing with Blue Willow, and I play that song, and they recognize it. They know it's a Scott Cushney song. And so that's how I ended up meeting Scott, playing with him for quite a while, did a lot of duo gigs and other stuff. And he came and played on my first CD, and pro bono, what a guy, you know, he was just trying to encourage me. And now I got this whole story about me and Scott, me and the prof. And I was trying different kind of music. I had some grooves stashed away. I was trying this, trying that. I had a lyrical idea. But then, you know, it finally fell in place. I've never done this before, but I'm using Scott's music, but I'm telling Scott's story instead of talking about New Orleans. Scott Cushney wrote this melody a long time ago. I learned it back in Sherbrooke from a radio show. Who knew one day we'd be playing together on the road in lousy weather, where he'd tell me stories about the golden days. years till I knew it was Scott who wrote Bourbon Street. Till a friend at Albert's Hall said, Brian, there's someone you should meet. Then I ran into Scott in the washroom, told him how I'd been singing his tune, and before long we were doing duo gigs downtown. And to hear the prof talk about how Young Street rocked, and the center of attention was a man called the Hawk. And when he heard Scott and Robbie's band, he extended his hand. Well, the story goes Ron wanted Scott, but not the whole band. Robbie Robertson and Pete Traynor stood to lose their left hand. But then Scott was in and out of Ronnie's band. Pete Traynor's name became a brand, and we all know Robbie Robertson did okay. And to hear the prof talk about how Young Street rocked, and the center of attention was a man called the Hawk. And when he heard Scott and Robbie's band, he extended his hand. That's how Scott ended it. Let's see if we're getting anything here. That's, I'm going to need a flat pick for that one. But here I'm going to do the song about Kathy now. Lovely Kathy McDonald. A lot of Toronto musicians played with Kathy. Hey, I'm talking between songs. I wasn't going to do that. She was only 19 when she hooked up with Ike and Tina. A skinny white chick with a voice that could fill an arena. When she took to the stage, you knew she's gonna raise the roof. We all thought she was bulletproof. I spent some quality time in the company of Kathy McDonald. That's Kathy with an eye for adventure and occasional trouble. When she took to the stage, you knew she's gonna raise the roof. She was a real straight shooter, and she thought she was bulletproof. Janis Joplin quit Big Brother. Kathy was the singer they called. Then later singing back up for Leon Russell and Joe Cocker. Touring with Long John Baldry, recording with the Rolling Stones. Well, a floor-length leather coat and stilettos is a bad combination. When you're running for a train in some old European train station. Well, Kathy tripped a few times, but she bounced back just like a youth. Cruising for a bruising, she thought she was bulletproof. Janis Joplin quit Big Brother. Kathy was the singer they called. Then later singing back up for Leon Russell and Joe Cocker. Touring with Long John Baldry, recording with the Rolling Stones. Oh, well, a floor-length leather coat and stilettos is a bad combination. When you're running for a train in some old European train station. Well, Kathy tripped a few times, but she bounced back just like a youth. Cruising for a bruising, she thought she was bulletproof. Cruising for a bruising, she thought she was bullet, thought she was bullet, thought she was bullet. Ah, yes, now we have to dig into the House of Picks. What pick shall we need for the Lorena song? Now we got, what have we got here? Oh, look, this is a broken pick, but it came from Daisy DeBolt, and it's real tortoiseshell. I got my, what is this? This is my Jeff Healey signature pick, but that's too big to use. I got a Bobby Rush pick, and then I got a pick that's, I don't know what this pick is for. It's like a, it's a Yamaha pick. What do they know about making picks? Let me play with my Steve's pick. Ooh, that might be suitable for bluegrass. Here's a Snark pick. Now this is your, this is my go-to pick, the Snark pick. They also make a good tuner. And now this tune, Lorena, I've already messed up lyrics on songs I should know, so this one, I'm telling you in advance, I might miss a few, but I'm going to back off the volume a little bit. It's a true musician's story, and I think it's time to tell how a waif became a princess in a tragic fairy tale. Prince Charming lost and drowned in Georgian Bay, so deep and dark. broke her spirit, broke her heart. Lorena, don't put down your harp. She was just a street musician, busking on the square. Then she got famous, she was touring everywhere. She'd love to play, but didn't want to be a star. Poor sad angel, never meant to fly that far. Lorena, don't put down your harp. An independent artist who would not be pushed around. Just ask the Warner Brothers how she stood and held her ground. She changed the music business, at least she made a start. A businesswoman, and she could really play the part. But Lorena, don't put down your harp. Lorena, don't put down your harp. Little bluegrass ending there. It's supposed to be the same speed as the rest. Huh. Maybe not. Those who watch regularly will realize how much I complain about the loss of my nails and my nail technician. I miss that lady. But now I'm playing with my fingers, trying to get used to that. Last time I saw Lenny, we were driving in a Winnipeg rain. He's gonna play some park concert, but first a stop at Long and McQuaid. Well, we got rained out, the concert canceled, so we went up to Dick and Sandy's to jam. How Winnipeg loved Lenny. He was their music man. But then he moved to Nashville, and later on LA. Breaking into the big time and making him a name. Ah, the sound of his harmonics would make the most bitter picker smile. And when he died, we lost his presence, but there'll always be a Lenny Bro style. Some people often wonder what these musicians are about. Ah, but the music keeps on trucking. That's why we took this route. I remember someone told me, I repeated to my wife, some people live for music, but musicians play for life. Some people live for music, but musicians play for life. Ain't it the truth? I'll pull up the iPad here and see, is there anything in the way of comments? Yeah, look, it says 4 comments. Come on, show me a comment here. There's always something. Howard, Michael, Angie, Mary Welsh. Hi, everybody. That was my little mini set about musicians I have known. And let me just take a minute to remind you that I've got a new CD coming out. It's being launched on my birthday, September 11th. That's like, what is that, less than 2 weeks away. Boy, you ought to see the to-do list I've got to lead up to this. Oh, boy. Anyway, here I am doing my Sunday thing, and if you get a chance, it'll be at 8 o'clock on the Friday night is my thing for the actual launch, but even before that is a more important event. It is a premiere, and it is on the Toronto Blues Society's Facebook page. That's at 8 o'clock on Wednesday the 9th. And I think, I know some of my collaborators on that album will be zooming in or pre-recorded or whatever to say hello. And I just got a lovely message from Harvey Manx, actually. And word from others, they're going to be checking in. Looking forward to that. And that's a premiere of a video as well, a video I made with Steve Mariner just a couple of weeks ago. Nobody's seen it. Well, actually, I believe probably some people have seen it, but I don't have it up on my YouTube yet. It's going to be a premiere on the 9th. So you'll get to see me and Steve doing the title track of the album, I'm Not 50 Anymore. That'll be neat. It is neat. Wait till you see the video. It's one guy, Keith, did the whole thing. Like, he's got 4 cameras going, and he's running around with another one. And, everybody's getting very efficient, ergonomic about making videos. We want them to be better. We want them to look good. But we can't be paying, like, remember what it cost, $20,000 to make a video? And some people would spend even way more than that. You can't live that way. But now we make videos like this, This is a sort of a video, I guess. A little better lighting would be in order. And I want to have a second camera. I'm working on all of these upgrades. My day will come. So I wonder if I've got... I never even printed the lyrics for this song, but before we move on to the main event, which I know everybody's been waiting for, is to see Brian doing his Tai Chi to the track called Tai Chi Ten, which is on the new album as well. And it was an afterthought, this started out as an EP, and then it grew a bit, and then it shrunk a bit, and then I had this 10-minute instrumental that we weren't able to use on a previous album, and I thought, we're going to put this out, because sounds great, it's worthy, and for all these years, I've been using it as a little background for my Tai Chi. And as a matter of fact, it's perfect because it's 10 minutes, and 10 minutes is just a bit longer than doing my Tai Chi set, which, Tai Chi is supposed to be as slow as you can go. And I can't go that slow sometimes, so it was always a good workout to have a little cue there with the music. But before we get to the Tai Chi set, I should have a little slide for this. If I had my OBS going, it would say, it's Write a Song with Brian time. And we integrated this into a couple of Blaincasts, and my friend Ardeen Shapiro actually zoomed in once or twice, and we've separately collaborated, and we had an idea to write a song called Stolen. And it was really about how slavery, black lives, and then even appropriation of black music. I was trying to incorporate that in. And it's like you're bringing people that were stolen from their land, and you're having them work the land that you stole from the indigenous people that were been here for as long, forever. And then the music was just the last straw. And anyway, we've gone a lot of back and forth on this tune. So Ardeen, you haven't even heard my latest arrangement. I wonder if I'm even going to remember it now that geez, I had a little video clip of it too, but that I decided not to use. And I've shut down my Word. And I've got, because I just wrote a few lines for this before this session. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. How's everybody doing there? It is definitely pretty weird fucking times, isn't it? Sheesh. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go to my recent, and I've got my lyrics pulled up. Probably brightened the light, too, a little bit. I forgot the chords too. Well, I'm just going to play it a little bit. That ain't it. It's actually very much like we started this, isn't it, Ardeen? What is the missing chord now? That's it. They were stolen from their land. Nothing left but footprints in the sand. They were taken by the white man. To work as a slave on some also stolen land. And when their chains were cast away, it did not end their plight. Their music stolen by publishers, pirates black and white. They were stolen from their land. Nothing left but footprints in the sand. And when their chains were cast away, it did not end their plight. Their music stolen by ruthless publishers, pirates black and white. They were stolen from their land. Nothing left but footprints in the sand. I said there's nothing left but footprints in the sand. Footprints in the sand. Remember, Ardeen? That was one of the early lines that you glommed onto, and you should see, I've got pages, and so does she. She's got a whole book full of lyrical ideas that we've worked out through this, and we'll have another session. But don't you think this is kind of taking shape now? But you know, I just realized something. This music is a song what was it called? Turn on, turn right, turn. Uh, anyway, as I told Ardeen, and now I'll tell everybody and Ardeen again if you're watching, that I only ever tried collaborating twice. I'm a bad collaborator. That has a rhyme to it. There's a song in the works right there. Bad collaborator, bad collab. And but I did make an effort a couple of times. Once with Paul Reddick, who came over to my place. He was so good about it, and he came with a backpack full of heavy old books. I don't know, the Rime of the Ancient Mariner or whatever, all kinds of stuff that he was going to refer to. And we had a songwriting session, and I had a song in the works, and it was called Peace. And it was all about the Irish rebellion and the Irish troubles. And we bumped around with that a little bit. Anyway, we never worked really anymore on it. But his last words to me were, instead of making it just about the Irish, it's a more universal sentiment. And in fact, there were troubles happening in Syria and a lot of other places, probably worse than what was going on in Ireland, if it could be. But anyway, so he had convinced me maybe I should change a few words here and there and make it more general. So there's still some Irish references in that song, Peace. That's on an early album. And then the other collaboration I tried, I went over to Susie Vinnick's house. And she was so organized about this. On our kitchen table, she had her notepad, she had a little pocket recorder, and she's ready to go. Okay, let's write a song. And this is what I had. But yeah, I think it went to the B there too. It was the same basic chords. And I had some lyric scraps, and we bounced it around a little bit. Then I referred back to a tape. I'll always remember this. And listening to the tape, and we're playing a version of this I had recorded, but then at the tail it skips over to something else that was on the tape before. And she goes, wait, what is that? And she wants to go back. But I am so, in French, the word is borné. I'm just kind of tunnel vision on, no, we got to finish this song. This is how it starts. And so we worked for a while on that song. And no, it did not ever see the light of day. But here is that music resurfaced. And Ardeen, I hope you'll like it. And I'm going to put the guitar down. And remind you once more, I should have a slide up or something to come visit me on the 9th at the Toronto Blues Society Facebook page. That's Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Mark your calendar. And I'll be sending out reminders, I suppose. That's one of the things on my to-do list. And then on the 11th, that'll be a more casual kind of event. I don't even know how that's going to go, but we used to have these nice backyard birthday gatherings. It was very sweet. And, of course, can't do that anymore. Kitchener last night was my first outing since March 15th, my first gig, but practically the first time out. I've gone for walks and maybe even gone to the bank or a store once or twice, but I'm very well taken care of by my son, the DJ slash arborist, and even though he's pretty busy these days, he makes time to do what he has to do. And he drove me to Kitchener and carried the Fender amp and did all the heavy lifting. What a guy. So I'm going to leave you with the Tai Chi Ten. This is last track, 7, of the new CD coming out. If you haven't pre-ordered one, I think you can do that at Bandcamp. I'm not sure if it's operational yet, but you know where to find me if you wanted to buy a CD. And if you wanted to contribute in advance, there's a PayPal link that you'll see at the end of the Blaincast here. It's paypal.me/Brian Blaine. And also, like every musician on the planet, accepting donations to my e-transfer, or I don't have some of the others. Some of these have like 4 different ways you can give me money. But what I have been doing is passing along contributions. I watch a lot of streaming, and these are artists I never even heard of, and you know that they were big deal in their region, and yet, we never heard of them in Toronto, but now we're discovering them due to this unfortunate situation. So I've been sending a little donation here and there, modest, but I know they're happy just to see some activity, and everybody's just trying to keep afloat here. So I'm going to move over to the share screen. I'm going to leave you with, and if you want to try to follow along with that Tai Chi, maybe I will. I haven't done my Tai Chi today. I believe I will do that. Let's share the screen, but I'm not going to let you watch me doing it live. I messed this one up just because I'm so shy about my bumbling Tai Chi. You know, it's so elegant when you see those Asian people doing it in a park, and no, Brian Blaine at the foot of the stairs. Well, you'll see. It's kind of an oddball thing, but let's go for it. Share the screen, share the sound, and share that.